I've written the blog post, it's all segmented out, and this is reasonably lengthy, so we're going to want to put in some widgets to sort of space out the visual spread of it. If we look at the mock-up of it right now, and there's no featured image right now, so it's just the title, my first ghostwriting credit, we have a table of contents, which folds away, but allows you to skip to certain bits if you want, and it has the HTML heading hierarchy. Here's a little preview of the video, and if this is watched here, then it credits to my YouTube channel. And this isn't visible for non-admins, this is just back-end stuff. You would only see the one product of the actual thing, and here's my ads that I have, and you can leave a comment there. This is the share on social button, this is subscribe to the email list, this is an explanation of what the blog is for people who may have just landed on this page and this is their first experience with me. And that is my pop-up to be like, have you seen the latest YouTube video? Because I really like to push my YouTube on my website. You'll notice that I edit in Elementor, and my single post template that styles all this out is Elementor. This here, just this from this word down until the end where we get these arrows, this is all considered post content, and post content is a single widget that is in the single post template. And this is all done in Elementor for styling purposes. And this, what I actually style out the post content in, is the Gutenberg /block editor. So I can create different widgets and elements and formatting of the blog itself and put that in here, and then it translates through. Sometimes it can be a little clunky in terms of styling communication, but generally I'm able to sort it out. And I just feel like this is the best workflow for me to get the result I want. You can see I've got like SEO stuff here. And at the bottom, we've got the all-in-one SEO plugin where there's metadata here. And we'll get to that in a minute. But for now, we're just making sure that the written content is well spaced and visually appealing. This is where I'm going to talk about patterns for a second. So when you have a widget that you use regularly, or a combination of widgets that you use regularly, and you don't want to have to build the widget styling from scratch every single time or get the metadata every single time, then you can create a pattern. So you have to copy the section, the group, the whatever, you have to copy that, and then you click on the three dots or right click it and you get save as pattern. And then when you want to use the pattern, you add a block, browse all, and then instead of looking at the individual blocks, aka widgets, you can have media here or pattern. Now I'm going to see all my patterns. I've only made a couple. And here's one that I use regularly, which is the popular posts. And then I implement this. I'm going to save this, or I'm going to auto save it. I'm going to save this. And then we refresh the preview, and this is how it displays here. And this is one of my trending blog posts, and it's probably trending because it's one of the most recent, so it's the most popularly viewed recently. And you can see the image next to it, and then trending, and then a link. And it's a nice way of breaking up the different elements. Oh, and there you can see how my product highlight actually displays on my sidebar. That is in the single post template. I actually wanted to experiment with turning an ad slot into a pattern, because I've not done this in a little while. Let's try. Let's create a new one. And I've never actually created an ad in the Gutenberg editor. I've only done it in the single post template. So let me see if I can remember how to do this. So close that, close that. Let's say where we want to put the inline ad. Browse all. Probably going to be a HTML or code snippet. Okay, so ads, add units, ads by unit. Okay, we want an in-article ad. That's what it looks like. These are the sort of things you see on news sites all the time and people get really annoyed, but you know what? I'm going to be very sparing with them. I'm not planning on milking it for all it's worth. I just want to experiment with it. So styling options. So title is going to be white. Description is going to be white. Background is gonna be add unit name, default in article ad. Okay, save and get code. Copy code snippet. So then we go into the blog post. Where do we say we're gonna put it? We're gonna put it here. We already decided we're going to put it. So code, write code, paste the snippet, and then that should be it. Save the draft, see how that displays. in the preview and it's saved. Because it shouldn't look pretty in this end of things. That doesn't look like an ad to me. Custom HTML. Put it in there. Preview. That looks better. There we go. I don't like that it changed the thingy though, so I'm going to turn off the styling. Back. Well, okay, so now we take this, we go on the three dots, we go create pattern, default in article ad, categories, so we can find it within the patterns. So we got, well, it is a call to action because it's an ad. It's not really any of these, to be honest. I'm just gonna call it a banner. I don't know if it really is a banner. I wouldn't say it's a banner. Featured selling. This is just so we can find it later, but I'm gonna put it in all. Okay. Syncing is so when you insert it as a synced version, then when you paste it, they will all have the exact same settings. So if you highlight it for a specific product, like you're sharing a specific product instead of just the styling of the widget, then it's gonna remain the same. And if you change it on like the 50th iteration of it and it's synced, then you've changed all 49 of the other 50. There is an option to make it synced by default, and then I will show you if you add another, browse all, add another pattern, my patterns, what do we got? Let's do this one, our services. Then you can do edit original, which is all of it, or you have the option to detach, and then you can edit this one and it won't change anything. Do you guys like my bow, by the way? I've got a bow. I think the bow is really cute. Can't really see it. I've been wearing a lot of hairstyles recently that get my hair entirely out of my face, and it's not like I hate having my hair in my face. I actually used to hate having my face be entirely visible. My psoriasis is like doing so much better recently because I just spent like 2 weeks being really stress-free. Like, you know when you don't know that you're as stressed as you are and you actually feel like, so you feel like you've got normal and then you've got stress, right? But it turns out I had like baseline stress and then heart attack inducing stress, and I'm not even joking. I've been to hospital thinking I was having a heart attack after a few times. It turns out it was just stress from like working with morons. Yeah, I actually discovered what it was like to be stress-free recently without having like a constant drilling in the back of your head, and I was like, I didn't know, I didn't realize. And like my psoriasis has been clearing up as like more than it has in years. It's still there. Like normally I can get it to the point of descaling, but then it's still red and inflamed, and now like the inflammation's really gone down, and in some tiny parts it's actually been like going back to my normal skin. I'm still going to hospital dermatology because like it's like all the way up here and like on my hips and stuff, and like in bits that you can't really see, but like the bits that have been bothering me the most have calmed down because I've been like stress-free for the first time in forever. Hopefully now you know how to use patterns in the Gutenberg block editor in collaboration with Elementor, and how to create your own custom widgets in the Gutenberg block using HTML and turning those into patterns so you can just repeat them over the course of your blog journey with different calls to action. And yeah, enjoy.